He brings us an idea, a possibility, a thought, and then he says, what do you want to do with this? Because he wants us to be invested in the fulfillment of our own destiny. He wants us to have a sense of ownership and responsibility for our lives. And it's not like he already perfectly planned every detail. And, you know, when you're living your life, you actually think you're living, but you weren't living at all. You were actually just a robot, which is the way a lot of Christian theology works. You know, I do this in the book, but let me do it here because it's silly and stupid, but it makes the point. Would you humor me? Touch your nose, please. Who touched your nose? Did God touch your nose? On some great cosmic level, I suppose, God did. But let me tell you, God couldn't give a flying rip whether you touch your nose right now. He knows, He's aware, He cares, He loves you, but He willed that you could make the decision to touch your own honking nose. But a lot of people have this idea about God that if I move my arm, God did it. And they think that way about their whole life without understanding. God in His sovereignty chose that we can choose. God in His sovereignty decided that we can decide. God in His sovereignty dreamed that we could dream. God in His sovereignty created us that we could create. He didn't put humanity here and tell them to continuing the ongoing act of creation because He already had every little step figured out. He wants us to help figure out the steps.